YouTube or is
You're okay?
Okay.
This is okay. So we're live now. Welcome to our stand-up, the Pacific Rim US stand-up. Here with me today it's Arun, Chris, and Vijaya. So let us start with maybe you, Arun.
Okay, so I'm currently working on setting up Mailgun as the email delivery solution, and it looks like Mailgun doesn't allow us to use Sandbox, uh, for for production and even for development. So I'm kind of blocked right now. So I just have to we have to figure out a solution for the provider that we are going to use. So that's what my update is, and I'm also looking on another issue, which is paginating the newest jobs that were published. So it's about using the pagination.js in that thing, and that's what I'm looking at right now. That's it from me.
Okay. Okay. So in terms of the mailgun, I talked with Patrick.
Okay.
We'll talk in the end of this, or when I give you my update. I'll give you my update right now. So
Okay.
about the mail today, basically I didn't do much. I just merged two PRs and then I reviewed them first. Afterwards, I talked with Patrick about Mailgun. I'm a bit concerned about this. I don't know, but Patrick says it's the best tool that we can use at this point. That SendGrid and everything doesn't work as well.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to talk to Chat to give me access to the MetPlus domain registration to see if I
Okay.
can set it up and see
Cool.
what I can do with that. And I think that's done for it. And I tried again to restart writing the posts for the blog, but I needed really to sit down. I didn't have time to do that, so I'll have to do that in the next couple of days. And I think that's it for me right now. Okay, so Vijaya?
Yeah, I signed on the ticket. Case manager has informed and the job taker is hired, but I did not work anything on that one. I pushed a Windows update today on my computer. My virtual machine is not opening yet. I have to figure out how to start that one. That is the issue I have. I will let you know tomorrow based on my research.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay then. Just tell us. We can try to see.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to upgrade VirtualBox as well, because sometimes when they upgrade on Windows, when they do some changes, VirtualBox needs to be updated as well.
Yeah, I'll see.
And hope for the best, because sometimes updating VirtualBox is not that good. It just breaks machines and stuff like that. So, but I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so Chris, welcome.
Thank you.
Do you know how this works, more or less? Are you new to Agile Ventures?
I'm new.
You're new. Okay, so I should have started with this. Okay, so basically, we are. Do you know Agile Ventures and know what we do here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, in the community, we work with Scrum and Agile on all the projects, and we have 3, I think. We had 4, but I think now we only have 3 stand-ups during the day on different time zones. So the first 2 in the day are handled by Sam, and the other one, it's this one, it's handled by me, because it's a little bit off his time zone, so I'm handling it right now. And due to that, we hijacked this, and basically we're just people working on MathPlus here.
Cool.
So everybody that joins us here usually works for MathPlus. I think we had like once or twice people that were not working on MathPlus, but so, and usually do you know some things about Scrum and Agile and everything?
Actually, I'm pretty new, so this is my first Scrum.
Okay, so Scrum, Agile, those big words and everything. So this is basically a way to try to deliver software quickly and to the customer, and to make sure that they give us feedback, and we are not building just huge monolith like we are in MathPlus. And eventually one day we'll deliver to the client. So the Scrum usually works in sprints that are cycles that happen. Some places they use 2-week sprints, 3-week sprints, 4-week sprints, depending on the places. But usually here on Agile Ventures, we are using a 2-week sprint. We are in the last week of our current sprint. And in the end of this sprint, what happens is that we have a meeting with the client. We show him whatever we've been doing the last couple of weeks, and he will give us the okay or not okay on the features. And if they are implemented, eventually they will get to production. If we were at that phase, but we still haven't finished up the MVP in order to be able to deploy it to production.
That is so cool.
So,
okay.
That's it.
Cool.
So basically, this is the scrums, and these stand-ups, they work where everybody come in to this stand-up or any other stand-up, and we try to tell the others what we are working on, and we also try to tell the others that okay, we are having this issue that is blocking me, and usually it's the Scrum Master, in this case that's me, tries to unblock whatever is happening. It's trying to facilitate the something. In this case, I am really the blocker, so I need to facilitate myself. But sometimes it's other things, like we need to talk to Sam, we need to talk to the client or something like that. That I need to facilitate that as well. So this is more or less what we do in these stand-ups. We just get together and talk a little bit about stuff. And that's it. Do you have any question, Chris?
Are we going to be programming today?
I don't know. Maybe we will. Not sure if we're going to be programming, or at least Arun has a question about the pagination. So maybe we'll pick up from there, and we'll see after that.
Okay, I'm leaving.
Yeah. Okay, Vijay. Oh, that's quick. Okay, so Arun.
Yeah.
Tell me what you wanted to know.
I was just going through the code and pagination, and the comments were helpful, but I still thought that if you could explain, give me a brief overview of what it does, it'd be easy for me to implement a task which I'm currently working on. So.
Okay, so so you will need to bear with me because I developed this like 6 months ago or something, and
Okay.
let's hope I still remember what's happening there. So let me try to share my screen. Where's that? I think this is one. So you guys are seeing my screen now? Yes. Here.
Yeah.
Yes, no, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So you're trying to implement. Have you seen the wiki?
No.
Okay. So we have a wiki. We created a wiki that has more or less information that you need in order to be able to create a view, to create a paginated table. And in order to do that, basically, we just need to create this pagination div here. We just give him one ID that has the whatever information that we need, and then we will need to add a link that will be used afterwards. So let's take a look at more or less how this works. So basically this structure is used here because that's the way we pick up things on the pagination. So if you look at the code in here, when everything's set up, if it searches for pagination-div DIDs, and everything that it finds, it stores it as in the pagination handler, and then we'll use it to create the pagination itself. So it will overload more or less the buttons, the moving to the right, the next page, the previous page. It will load everything using Ajax, and basically that's it. I tried to make this in a way that's very simple for people to set up and be done with it. So in terms of the views, we need to create a pagination div with one ID here. I'm trying to remember what kind of ID is this. If I had read this to be the ID here does not need to be any specific format. So, but then this will be used inside, I believe, here. And then the data will be retrieved using this path here and the job type. In this case, this is just the job type. So basically, it will call the list jobs path. That's dash jobs dash index something. Let's see. I think the controller is here. Yeah, it's a list, and then it uses the job type in order to retrieve whatever it needs to retrieve. So you can see from here, job type. In order to make all this work in a easier way as well, we also created concerns that basically do the heavy lifting, let's call it, for each type of things. So for example, for the jobs, we have a concern here. This is just a little piece of the concern. I think currently the concern is much bigger. If we go to the controllers, concerns, and we have the job viewer, oh, it's still small. The other one grew, and not this one yet. So this is a concern, and we have this function that is display jobs that will be used in the controller in order to get all the jobs. Display jobs, we'll get the jobs, and then we'll create the partial with that information. This is done like this to centralize, because there are things that are using multiple places, and this was mainly created for the tasks. I don't know if you already picked up with the tasks, but we have this concern that retrieves all, that centralizes the retrieval of all the tasks. Okay? Yes? No? Maybe? Are you following? No?
Yes.
Yes. We're good?
Yeah, I'm here. Following.
Are you following?
Yeah.
Or not really? Yeah?
Yeah, I'm following.
Okay. Okay, so basically, this concern will do the pagination by itself. It will call this paginate function into the jobs, and it will return just the things that has to return. The jobs that are specific from a specific page, and then we call that find here. There are other things that also allow us to pick that up again. Jobs. That we can select the fields that we want to show. Do you remember you changed this? Which one did you change? I think you changed one. Where you added the status. It was here, right? the jobs that people applied and things like that. So just give me a second. Sorry about that. So in some of them, we'll have these fields in application type that we use to select which fields we do want to display in each table. So for example, in this one, we want to display the title, description, company, applied at, and status. But when we are using the job applied type, the jobs that you apply to, we just want to show the name, the status, the applied at, and the action. Okay, so this is also to help out to place the things in one place. So this concern is responsible for retrieving the information from the database in a paginated format, and also is used to store what we want to display in each table. Okay. This is just a simple thing that we use to add the helper method, this helper method into the views. Okay, so if we need to add this to the views, we need to add this little part down here. Control is just simple. We need to include our concern that we just created. We need to create an endpoint that will retrieve whatever we want to retrieve, and this endpoint does a very simple thing: make sure that this is a AJAX request, then try to get the job type in this case that we passed in. So as you can see, the job type here, that will come as a parameter in order to choose which type of jobs do we want. In here we call the concern, so we will be calling this function here of the concern with the job type and the amount of things that we want to show per page. And then we'll render the partial called list all with whatever information we need there. Okay, so let's jump into the list all partial. Basically, it's just a table with the jobs, and iterate over the job and show just whatever information we need. Okay. And in the end, we just need to add this will paginate in order to have the paginations. So let's see an example. What are you working on at this point, at this moment? Arun? He's no longer here. Okay, nice. So I think we'll be waiting a little bit more for Arun, see if he comes back or not, and we'll see. Do you want to? Hello, Patrick. Do you want to share with us your?
Yeah. So Arun frequently has to drop in the. I think he has a bad connection at home. So this is not atypical that he just dropped. So, for myself, what I have been doing today is I had Asia team meeting this morning. Tong Wei was the only person on there other than myself. I've also reviewed some PRs, including Tong Wei's latest this morning. Worked on Sonia's story on rejecting a job application through our asynchronous pair programming process that we've been following. I created a couple of stories, actually probably around 4 stories, including the Mailgun email validator form in the forum. Job seeker makes updated resume available to employer, and 2 other release 2 stories. I created a story to revise a little bit the authorization for the agency model. I think everything's there. It's just I want to add some RSpec tests, so that serves as a model for other funded implementation going forward. And I've just started to work a little bit on that before this call. And for some reason, I didn't see the links come through the usual channels on Slack, so I'm not sure what's going on with me. But
They're there. Let me see. Yeah, they're in general and in the standard.
yeah, I'm sure that they're there. It's just in my Slack they're not showing up. Where did you end up with the email mechanism? Did you try to get in touch with Chet on that?
I was on the process of sending him an email. I didn't send it yet, but I will send it today to see if he can give us access to his domain provider. See how it works. The last time that we had something like that, what we did, we used TeamViewer, and I connected to his computer, and he logged in, and I just did the changes and be done with it.
Okay.
I don't remember, but it was some time ago, so I don't know.
I think we'll need a dedicated email address in that domain for the sending and receiving problem that we talked about over Slack.
There's no receiving problem at this point, I think.
But in the future, we might have such a problem, so
Yeah.
it'd be nice to have a dedicated address.
When we have that problem, we'll think about it. Because currently I don't think we do have an email address that we have there, but currently we're not doing anything with it. So
What's it called? What's the address?
that's admin at medplus.org.
Pets admin. Okay. I can't imagine that he would be sending email using a Pets admin address. So we could probably do incoming email with that regardless in the future.
Eventually, yeah. But that's the thing that I don't want to concern myself for now, because I think we'll be wasting time doing that when we have still a bunch of things to do, you know.
Yeah. So I'm just saying Pets admin is fine because I don't think he'd be using that anyway. So we can do what we want in the future. So nothing to do today about it then.
Yeah. Okay. So anything else?
Not from me.
Okay. So Chris, where are you based now?
New York.
New York? Me too.
Oh, cool.
Okay. And Patrick is a little bit up, but we're all in the same time zone. The rest of the people, you know, like Vijaya is in California or something, and Arun is in India. So it's like 5 in the morning, 4 in the morning there now. I'm not sure if I'll have much time today in order to pair program, but maybe eventually tomorrow I'll have some time. My major issue is that I don't develop in Ruby for the project for some time now. The person that's more or less taking this on the did you saw the documentation of the project?
You mean what you had just put up?
The documentation on Agile Ventures, on Agile Ventures website.
Yeah, I did take a quick look at it. There were a lot of documents. I think there were 9, right? Is that right?
Yeah, there's a bunch of documents there.
Okay.
No, but basically, in the first introduction to this project, the project is split in 2 parts. One part that is the application itself, that is responsible for the front end, where the users will interact with the application, and we will have another service that is separated and is responsible for storing the resumes.
Mm-hmm.
of the users, and also it's responsible for the processing of those resumes in order to try to categorize them into what we have there. The application part is all done in Ruby, and the rest is done in Java.
What's the first part done in? I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
The first part is Ruby on Rails,
Okay.
and in terms of front end, we don't use anything. We don't use any framework. We just use jQuery to do stuff around the page, and the resume cruncher. It's basically done using Spring Java, and it's basically a REST service. I'm more or less doing the part of the Java part because I believe no one in the team currently has any experience in Java, and who's spearheading the Rails development, it's more Patrick. And basically that's it. If you want to start getting, I wanted to, this was something that I wanted to do, but I didn't have the time yet to sit down and think about that. We currently don't have any, the stories are I think they are a bit complicated to someone that is just starting, because we have some baggage there. They have a bunch of things that we did and things like that. So it's a little bit hard to understand the stories. But you can take a look at our stories. They are in Waffle. Waffle? Have you ever heard about that?
No.
No? So just let me paste it on our channel. There you go. See if you can access it. If you cannot access it, you just need to click the second link that I placed there. And there you will see, you'll be able to, I'll just share my screen.
Where did you post it?
Met Plus channel.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Okay, there we go. So we have more or less, this is the way we have things defined. We have stuff on the backlog. This is things that we still haven't talked about. They are currently not in any specific order. Then we have the sprint creation ones. And these stories are stories that we will be tackling next, but they still don't have any points on them. The ready ones are the ones that people can start picking up and working on. And in progress, things in progress, these ones are the ones that need review, and these are the done ones. So in order for you to maybe start taking a look into things, the best option, and to understand a little bit more about the application, what it's doing and everything, if you already set up the project in your machine?
Oh, are you asking me?
Yes.
No.
So we have more or less a setup guide on the wiki for the MetPlus. We have a way for you to set up and everything, and afterwards we have here the point number 5. We have a small subset of demonstrations for people that are completely new to this application, to just take a look and see where are the things and what they do. We can do with the website. Okay, so if you want to start exploring this here, and just take a look. I'm not sure if we are going to have, I don't know, Patrick, are you up for some pair programming now? I really don't have time, but eventually tomorrow we can sit down.
No, I don't think tonight, but I think what we benefit from, if you want to do that, Chris, if you did look through the material beforehand, and maybe stood up the app in your local environment and poked around a little bit at the code, do you have Ruby on Rails experience, or did you take the MOOC course?
So I have experience in Ruby and Python, and I also have experience in EXTJS6, which is JavaScript, and Century Touch 2. So I don't have Ruby on Rails experience, which is why I'm actually here. I'm not sure where to go for the MOOC or yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll look through that wiki.
Okay. The MOOC that most people come to Agile Ventures from is the edx.org MOOC called Agile Development Using Ruby on Rails. They just completed the run of part 1, and part 2 starts actually tomorrow with a new set of courses. It's a follow-on to part 1. They strongly recommend that you take part 1 before trying to take part 2, because it's pretty much being thrown into the deep end of the pool. But you could go and look at the part 1 course on edX. Again, it's Agile Web Development Using Ruby on Rails, and you can see the videos, you can see all the material, I believe, even if you're not enrolled with it.
Yeah, I think so. I think you can enroll afterwards. The only thing is that you don't have the certificate from it, but you can just take a look around.
And there's actually a pretty good textbook that goes along with the course. This is developed by the professors who created the course, which is a great overview of Rails, Ruby, JavaScript, modern software engineering techniques and tools. I strongly recommend as well. That being said, it's not like you have to absorb all that stuff and come back here. Like Hewitt suggested, stand up the app, read some of the documentation, get a little familiar with the structure of the code, and then, ping us and we can walk you through some of the stuff. And I'm sure we could break out a story that you could tackle with some guidance. If you know Ruby, that we can build upon that, definitely.
Yeah, I think we can. The thing that I would recommend for you now, at least in order to start this, is to just take a look at these demos, try to get everything running in your machine to see if everything works and everything. And when you're done with these demos, if you want to pair program in some feature, just tell us and we can go through, because some of the things you'll pick up on the way, but as you will find out, Ruby on Rails, it's a very easy framework to learn, because you don't have to configure anything. If you follow the way they set up everything, you don't need to do anything. You don't need to get some glue anywhere or anything. If you are familiar with any MVC paradigm framework, you'll be just fine on Rails.
I do have experience with MVC framework. And
do you use Django?
Did you say that I should sign up for the second, the more advanced Ruby on Rails? I feel like I could pick it up.
The thing is, you don't need to do anything. It will help you. Just give me a second. Be right back.
I posted the link to the first course that I mentioned earlier. That had just completed earlier this summer, and part 2 is starting tomorrow. You could go ahead and you can find that once you go to edX. You could find part 2. You could sign up. You could give it a shot. It would be a lot of work because you may have to double back to part 1 and pick up some basic concepts on Rails. And it's doable. I mean, you just got to work at it. They don't necessarily take any prisoners, if you will, but you have plenty of time to go through it. You can watch the videos, you can read the book. You can there's discussion forums for your fellow students. You can trade questions back and forth. And there's also support through admins and people who mentor other people in the course. I'll be doing that this coming course, in fact.
Oh,
A
cool.
bunch of experienced people who actually help out with questions on the discussion forum. So there's a lot of support, and if you've ever taken MOOC online, it works really well with the material presentation, the videos, the support you get from the community. I'm very impressed by the whole mechanism, to be honest.
Okay.
It's kind of where a lot of education is going, in my opinion. So
Awesome.
yeah, I mean, you'll learn an enormous amount. By the end of the course, you'll be surprised. And it's not an in-depth Ruby. It's not an in-depth Ruby on Rails. It's not an in-depth anything. It's not an in-depth JavaScript. It's a broad survey, but you go into enough depth on the topics that you feel you've got enough of a starting point to continue learning on a number of things. It's probably the best set of two best MOOC courses I've taken, and I've taken quite a few in terms of the content and the way it's laid out and well thought through.
Okay. Yeah, I'm very excited to, I'm enrolling right now, and I looked at the waffle, and the first waffle that was posted, and oh, okay. The first time I went in, it didn't have anything on it. Now it does.
You need to press the second one, the join one, or else it will not show you anything.
Okay.
But in this way, you'll be able to see all the things that we have outstanding at this point. And basically, the things that are marked with MVP are things that we will be doing before we go live.
Okay.
And that's it.
And for each one of those little boxes, if I click on them, I am assuming I'll be brought to the code base?
No. So if you basically Waffle works. I don't know if you worked with anything like Jira. Or, yeah. So basically, this is like Jira. Okay. It uses the issues from GitHub. So if you go to, we have this project is a little bit different from the others because we have 3 different GitHub repositories. One is called MedPlus Tracker. The other one is the Pets one, and we have another one called Resume Cruncher. The one that's called Tracker has all the issues, as you can see here, that you will find on the Waffle. So basically, what happens here, if you try to open one of them, you will get all the information. So, for example, 423. If we come here to the issues and we go to the issue 423, you will see exactly the same information. Yes. So basically, this works like Jira.
Okay.
In order to go to the code, yes, you need to go directly to GitHub and just look at it.
Okay.
Okay. So the way you want to handle this, it's basically up to you. If you want to, before start developing stuff, if you want to go through all the course and get everything, all the information from the course, it's up to you. If you want to just start looking at things, and because if we are going to, by doing a pair programming session, you'll be just developing very specific things, and you'll be developing tests and tools and other things. And you'll be doing it with someone that already know the platform, so you'll be able also to learn a little bit. But it is always good to understand a little bit more the framework itself in order to be able to be more proficient.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this being said, I need to leave, and eventually, Patrick, I think we will need to. Tomorrow, do you have meeting with? You're going to meet with. Today is what, Monday? Oh, Monday. I think we might need to meet and to do some voting on some issues in order to have more issues to work on.
Yeah, I think so. Right now, though, I think everybody's got things keeping them occupied. All the Asia team folks, if you will, as we call them. That I have a stand-up with those folks Monday, Wednesday, and Friday in the morning at 7 a.m., Chris. If you're available, you're free to join that as well.
At 7 a.m.?
7 a.m. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. In any case, they all have meaty stories that they're all involved with right now. So I checked that out this morning. But I think Vijaya's got a new story as well. So for the next few days, we're in good shape. Huh?
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
The guy said she picked up a story, but she's having some issues with her computer, so she was not able to start working anything. But the one she has, it's on ready, I think. And currently, we just have 2 stories there: case manager, update, job seeker, information.
Yeah, but everybody, like I said, is good. Vijaya's got a story. Arun's got 3 stories going, I think. Sanya's got 2 stories. Mega's got a really meaty story. And I think Tongwei's got another one she's got assigned to herself that's got some depth to it, definitely. So, but we should vote as soon as we can. Maybe tomorrow if we get a quorum, or sometime.
Yeah. Let's see if tomorrow we can have some voting in our 2 stories on the stand-up and see how it goes. Okay, you guys. So nice to have you here, Chris. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, great. All right, have a good night. Yes.
You said that tomorrow at 7 a.m.
No, Chris, it's...
Oh, I'm sorry. Friday.
Yes.
Wednesday, Friday.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay. And I would meet you back on the same channel?
You'll see the invites come through on, I think it's general pairing notification on MetPlus. Is it MetPlus Notify? Or, yeah, it's MetPlus.
I think it's in the normal MetPlus, I think.
The regular MetPlus. So there's 3 different channels the invite shows up simultaneously in.
Oh,
if
no,
you
it's Notify, sorry.
Oh, it's Notify?
Yeah. But if you're in general, you'll get it.
So there's, I don't know if you've subscribed to the MetPlus channel, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a MetPlus-Notify channel that you should subscribe to as well. That's a companion. That's for automatic notifications that come through. Like a Hangout was created that the link is posted there for. Yeah.
Okay.
So we have 3 different mechanisms, 3 different channels that you should be able to see it with.
So MetPlus, Notify, MetPlus. Okay.
Yep.
The other way around. MetPlus Notify.
Okay.
MetPlus Notify. I just placed the channel on the channel. Just before I leave, did you saw Sam's suggestion, Patrick, about the Scrum in the morning?
Maybe I missed that as well. What did he say?
He asked if you wanted to start to join him on the join both your stand-up that you're doing and the stand-up that he's doing on the morning, and instead of being at 7, it would be at 6, I think.
So he wants to combine the stand-up I'm
yes,
doing.
because he
with
said he's not. He doesn't have anyone. What he said is that he doesn't have anyone at his 8 a.m. his time. So we wanted to see if eventually maybe combine both of them will get more people on and get more people coding afterwards. That's, I think it's subjective. So
6 would be tough for me. So
I think he will. He did that on the premium Slack, so we might need to look there.
he did on the premiums. Okay, what's that channel?
It's on the premium Slack. It's
What's-
not in the channel.
Oh, it's on Slack.
Yeah.
Which channel in Slack though? Premium.
In the premium Slack, not in the normal Slack. In the premium Slack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 2 Slacks there.
Yeah, I thought. Anyway, so I
You can
can't see
join. I
that.
think you can join, but
I can't see both
Okay.
instances in the same channels in the same instance of Slack?
Yes, you can add there. Are you using web or
Can you remind me what the channel name is?
are you using the browser or are you using? It's not a channel.
I'm using the app,
You're
the
using
native
the
app
app?
on my Mac.
Okay.
Yep.
So with the app, you can add a new instance of Slack by doing. There's a plus button under the ventures. Do you see it on the left side? You have AV and then a plus.
Right under Agile Ventures, I don't have a plus.
Okay, so go to Window, sign into another team,
So, okay.
and that's it. And you sign up
Alright.
for the other one, for the other Agile venture. You should be there. You've been there. I think you talked on the channel.
I'm sure I have, but I. What's the team domain? Is it Agile Premium or something?
I don't remember.
Okay, I'll find it. I got the, yep.
Okay, so that's it for me. Anything else from you guys? Any question?
Oh, not for me.
No? Okay, so I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Okay, great. See you, Chris. We'll talk later.
Bye.
Thank you.